I'm gonna show you how to get your first 100 subscribers and get your video to do numbers like these coming up. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your main man, Verly Rails, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like icon, and hit that notification bell. And also, if you got time to support the channel, please share the video. Maybe we can help somebody out that you know. Now let's jump into it. Now, I know you've heard people say, hey, those first 100 are gonna be the hardest 100 to get, the hardest subscribers get. And they're absolutely right. Well, that's unless you create like some kind of viral video or something like that. But for the average person just starting the channel, it's gonna be tough, and that's just what it is. But as long as you have the tools, you know, you can get around it, make it a little bit easier on yourself. There's no magic app to make this happen. Let me be clear, there's no magic potion, no magic formula. It's all technique. It's all, you know, what you put into it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some apps that can actually help you out, apps and programs per se. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the blueprint that I use, the things that I did, things I learned through trial and error to help me get to my first 100. Okay, so you started your YouTube channel. You found your niche. You brought a new camera. You brought editing software. You decorated your room all fancy, looking good, got your nice backdrop and everything, and you're all ready to go. You spent so much time setting up and making sure everything is perfect for your video. You're doing take after take, trying to get that exact footage to make everything come together. So you're finally done with your amazing footage. You rush over to YouTube like, yes, it's time to upload my first video. I'm gonna get all these subscribers. Got a fabulous video of me and my puppy and babies and all this, whatever your niche may be, you know what I mean? You got everything lined up and you said that this is it's a hit, it's a guaranteed win. Now you post it. Now it's been about 4 hours and you maybe have 4 views on that video. That's probably your spouse or your significant other, your parents. You keep on hitting that refresh button. Refresh, refresh, refresh. You keep hitting that refresh button, and now after about an hour, you got 6 views. Now at this point, you may have started second guessing yourself about, you know, your purpose in YouTube's world. You may ask your questions like, hey, am I boring in life? Does the world not like me? And so many other questions. Now, before you fall victim to that, remember these 2 things. Rome wasn't built overnight and a watch pot doesn't boil. Think about that. When I uploaded my first video, I just knew I had everything lined up, and I said I'm gonna gain probably 100,000 subscribers overnight and everybody's gonna be all over my page, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Didn't go like that. Just simple as that, you know. I don't know why, you know, well, I guess, you know, it's good to think big, but that might have been a little too big at that time. And what I was doing is I was hitting that refresh button, and what, maybe an hour later, I got 9 or 10 views. But the thing was, is I only had 4 subscribers. So I really couldn't, you know, understand and grasp onto the fact that, you know, how do I get the subscribers? Well, how do I get the views if I don't got the subscribers? But now I'm like, how do I get the subscribers if I don't have the views? I couldn't put those things together, and I didn't have the tools that I needed to make those things happen. I started doing research about the YouTube's algorithm. I started doing research on SEO, which is search engine optimization. I didn't know that I had to dress up my YouTube page, make it look all fancy and get a nice banner at the top. Make sure I got a pretty cool avatar that people would, you know, see and kind of, you know, like be interested in the channel. And also I didn't know about things like TubeBuddy and YouTube Tracker. Those are apps that you can put on your phone to kind of monitor your YouTube channel, but there are also a couple tools that you can use within TubeBuddy and YouTube Tracker. Now, my motto is get the views, the subscribers will come. Get the views, the subscribers will come. I was so worried in the beginning about only having 4 subscribers. But what I didn't know, that it's very easy for one of your videos, no matter how many subscribers you got, to get picked up by YouTube's algorithm if you got the right things in place. So when I learned a couple things about the algorithm, a couple things about SEO, bam, straight to the moon, yo. Like seriously, one video, I put in all the techniques that I learned, and that one video did something amazing, and I'm gonna definitely show you exactly what it did. So when my video started, you know, gaining traction, it was around the August time frame. Now I started my channel back, I think it was like the first week in June, I started my channel. Now in August, that's when things took off for me. So now we're gonna take a look at my video analytics from YouTube. Now looking at this screen here, basically what you're seeing is a couple of my top videos and how they have, you know, trended over a certain period of time. I got it set at 365 days right now, so you can see the entire, the ups, the downs, the plateaus, and so forth and so on. Now, look at this green spike right here. That was when I learned about the piggyback method. Now, this is the first tool I want you to put in your toolbox, the piggyback method. Now, what I did was I did a video about the rumored 2020, well at the time it was a rumored 2020 Ford Bronco, and now it's like 2021 or something like that. Still hasn't come out yet, but it's rumored for 2021. So I did that video. I said, you know what, just let me give a stab at it. You know, my niece is gonna be into the car world, so I think this would be a perfect place for me to start at. Now, at the time that I created the video, there was a lot of hype, a lot of stuff on Car and Driver, as well as Motor Trend. So that was another notion to me to say, hey, go ahead, shoot, and try this video right here. Well, that video, as you can see right here, by this yellow line, these numbers, it was gaining anywhere between 50 to 100 views a day. Now, when that happened, I mean, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I'm on the way, I'm about to, you know, have 1 million views, so forth and so on. But, you know, it didn't happen like that, but I started trending and I seen it, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's always key to focus on your analytics. And when I noticed it continuing to trend after about a week, I said, you know what? Now it's time to use the piggyback method. So all the piggyback method is okay, I see I created this video, now let me create another video talking about some other things in reference to the Bronco at the time. Maybe, you know, get some photos and stuff, throw those out there. So I came with a second video about the Bronco. And when that happened, guys, yo, it jumped to like I think the highest was like 262 views in a single day, but it was going up like 150, 200, something like that per day. And I broke through like, you know, 1,000 views for the first time. And hey, I was on cloud 9 when I broke the 1,000 views on one video. And at this point, I figured, okay, well, I must have tapped into the car scene, and YouTube has recognized it. So now they're starting to grab, you know, and push me just a little bit, you know what I mean, to get a little bit more visibility. Now, after that first spike and doing the piggyback method, during that time I was networking with a local dealership around here to go and do some live car reviews and stuff like that. So I ended up working something out with one of the dealerships, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm time to take it up a notch. And little did I know that it would be one of those videos from that dealership that would send me, it skyrocketed, you know what I mean? Crazy. And I'm like, man, something got to be wrong or something. Like, does this happen like this? And I'm, you know, pretty sure some of you have had videos or do have videos that have done that. But for the first time, you guys know that feeling of when you see that video like really take off, not just spike, you know what I'm saying, but just keep going up like crazy. So the video that I did, was on a 2020 Ram Limited, and I just, you know, I had done, I think I want to say 2 reviews before that, so I kind of got in my rhythm. I found my lane. I learned some more editing techniques and stuff like that, and you know, I was like, okay, well, you know, it's a pretty good video, whatnot, pretty good review, so you know what I mean, let me rock with it. Now, looking at that video on this chart, now look at that spike and look at that plateau. You know what I'm saying? that shows you what happens when you see Instagram. That's how you know. I'm about to say Instagram. My apologies. When you know YouTube grabs your video and starts putting it in the recommended section. You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to be at. You want to be able to get your video in the recommended video section, because you'll see that instant spike. And they just kept promoting mine, and it just, you know what I mean, it kept going, like I said. And now we're talking, I'm knocking on the door of 17,000 views in a video I uploaded in August, which I think that's pretty good. So at the end of the day, that video was getting anywhere between 150, 160 views to like the biggest day I think was like 300 views or something like that. So now I'm like, hey, I got this thing, you know what I'm saying, locked in. I know exactly what I need to do for all of my videos. I know it's about title. I know it's about thumbnail. I know it's about having all caps in the beginning of the title, and then, you know, you put your colons or your dividing mark, and then kind of a little bit more detail. You know what I'm saying? I learned about hashtags. Like, I knew about hashtags from using Instagram, but knowing how to really use hashtags, that's what you need to do your research on as well. Now, with that video, before I knew it, I had crossed 100 subscribers. Now, keep in mind, I started with four subscribers. So I started with 4 subscribers. So I crossed 100, and I was knocking on the door at 200 in no time. So now I'm at about 424 now, and of course my next goal is 500. My big goal is, my next big goal is to get 1,000 subscribers. So, you know, if you can, share the video, you dig what I'm saying? Get this thing out there. And maybe, like I said, I hope it can definitely help you out too, but you know what I mean, we can get into a little bit more, you dig? Now, looking at this chart here, you can see exactly how many subscribers each video has brought into my channel. And if you look at the RAM limited video, you can see that it gave me half of the 100 that I was, you know, looking for. So it gave me 47, and then going back to those videos I did on the Bronco videos brought me in the rest of it, believe it or not. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other ways to get, you know, subscribers to your channel. But they're, you know, a little bit tougher. Asking friends is a good way, great way to go ahead and get people, you know, signed up. If you got any coworkers that you're cool with, you know what I mean, just tell them, hey, you know, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, support the channel. But you're probably like, well, what about family? I'm gonna tell you something that I've learned over the years. Family are the hardest ones to get to hit that subscribe button. You might get 2 or 3 people in your family, maybe 5 people in your family, depending on how big your family is, to hit the subscribe button. But the typical people that you typically communicate with on a regular basis, I mean, they just, I don't know if they figure it's gonna hurt when they push the button. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but you get more support from complete strangers. I've gotten more support from complete strangers than, you know, within my family when I was on the way to that first 100 subscribers. I probably can say maybe 10 were family. You know, I got a huge family too, so maybe 10 were family. But it's cool with me because I'm constantly growing and I'm still moving. So those would be the people that come along and congratulate. You know, there was some, you know, real solid people that came through, you dig, that are here now during the come up. So to get into one of the programs that I was talking about earlier, it's called TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy has the tools that you need. If you haven't gotten TubeBuddy, download TubeBuddy, put it on your laptop. Also, download it on your phone as well. TubeBuddy has tools like keyword generators. Now, this is something that you can say, okay, well, this is the title. This is what my video is about. So I'm gonna plug these keywords in, and it'll help you develop titles for your video to get the maximum exposure. It'll show you like how much that title is being searched. It'll say what's the optimization strength of it. I mean, it gives you so many tools. So make sure you get TubeBuddy. And also, like I said before, make sure you get YouTube Tracker. Now, YouTube Tracker, they kind of do the same thing that TubeBuddy does, but YouTube Tracker has a promotion section. So they already have like the exact size post for your Instagram stories, to promote your new videos, to promote your channel, and the exact size for the post. So you can just go plug in your background, plug in, it'll grab the thumbnail from your video and put it like on a laptop, you know what I'm saying? So they have good promotional tools in a YouTube Tracker. So make sure that you download that one to your phone. Now, there are paid versions for both of those, but I recommend you trying to get the free version first, so you can just basically see how it works, learn the ins and outs. And I think the TubeBuddy paid version is like $5 a month. So I went ahead and opted for that because $5 a month. Now, also with your YouTube channel, make sure that you are consistent in posting. Make sure you're consistent in posting. If it's going to be once a week, if it's going to be twice a week, if it's going to be 3 times a week, make sure that you're consistent when you post. Some people say, I post every Tuesday and Friday, or I post every Monday, or I post every Wednesday. But whatever it is, be consistent, because your subscribers, you know, you don't want them to start going away. You know what I mean? Your subscribers, they expect, every Wednesday night, okay, I'm gonna watch a video from such and such. So always be consistent. Number 2, I don't even think I said number 1, but this is number 2. Make sure you're promoting your YouTube page on your other social media, i.e. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's always good, at least once every 2 days, put up a post of your, maybe your Instagram banner, or if you have YouTube Tracker, they got some promotional items in there that you can use. So post on your social media maybe once every 2 days and say, hey guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share the channel or something of the sort. Because you can't ask someone else to promote your channel if you're not promoting your channel. Also, another tip is join Facebook groups that revolve around your niche. You know what I mean? So like me in the car world, I'm in several car groups on Facebook. So what you have to do is you have to actively be in this group. Don't just join it and say, hey, when I post a YouTube video, I'll drop the link in there, because people can think it's spam. And but when you actually engage with the people in the group, you know what I mean? You comment on their posts, like their posts within the groups, and talk to them, have engaging conversation. When you go and post your video, they're more apt to click that link, to watch your video, to share your video. You know what I'm saying? So really think about that. So all in all, the main things that I was doing to get those first 100 subscribers, we're gonna recap real quick. All right, ask friends. You can ask family. You'll get some family. Ask friends. Any co-workers that you're cool with. That's where you start first. Okay. Next, you want to be advertising. You want to let people know. You want to have a nice YouTube banner on your YouTube page. You want to have a nice avatar for your YouTube. Like I said, you want to promote it across different platforms. You want to get your TubeBuddy. You want to get the YouTube Tracker. You just got to advertise yourself. You want to make good content. First and foremost, you want to make good content. You want to have good quality videos. Hey, I know everybody can't afford a top of the line camera, but look, if you're using your cell phone, please do me a favor. I'm gonna show you with mine. Do not record your YouTube videos this way, like this. If you're gonna record using your cell phone, make sure you do it in landscape mode. Don't do it in portrait mode. You'll regret it. No. Okay, so I've seen people record in landscape mode, and you would swear they're using a DSLR camera or something like that. You know what I mean? So just remember things like that. Make good quality videos. There's some great editing software out there. There's some good free software out there. Me personally, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. When I first started, I was using iMovie. I know some people that still use iMovie, and it's a great one to use. But I kind of stepped it up to Adobe Premiere Pro because I kind of like some of the extra features that it has that iMovie didn't have. So make sure you're filming great video, editing, doing a good edit job. If you're not too comfortable with editing, hey, you might know somebody that can help you out in editing. Also, you can never film too much. but you can always film too little. So when in doubt, keep the camera out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I think I just coined that right there. You know what I'm saying? So when in doubt, keep the camera out. You know what I mean? Because you can always get rid of footage, but you can't always just create footage on the spot while you're editing. Like, ah, man, I wish I would have recorded this. You know, when in doubt, keep the camera out. So, you know, those things right there. If you guys, hey, if you have any questions, anything that I mentioned you want to know a little bit more about, if there's something that you just have a question about, please feel free, hit me up in the comments and I'll make sure I get back to you ASAP. I'm still on my YouTube climb. I'm still new to the game. Like I said, I started back in June, but I knew that first 100 subscribers was hard for me. It was tough. So I felt like I could give you some insight and some info that could help you out on your journey to your first 100 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. If you know anybody else starting up their channel, hey, pass this on to them. Maybe it can help them out as well. I greatly appreciate you guys' time. It's your main man, Relly Relz. Always 100, always solid.